No outdoor entertainment, either live or recorded, will be allowed after 10 p.m. 7 days a week. Impact on spaces outside the property line of the outdoor venue will be the responsibility of the business owner to enforce. Site plan approval will be contingent on the owner providing evidence of financial ability to achieve all the conditions noted in the site plan. Future site plan approvals that include on-site consumption of alcohol must also include consumption of food. In other words, in the future, there will be no bars, period, with no food served. If you go to a place that serves alcohol, you will have the option of buying or purchasing food.
I'll ask that when you're done.
One more, yeah. And the zoning ordinance will be amended to include the definition of tavern. Yes, sir.
Okay, ask you two things. And you mentioned no bars, taverns. Do we have ordinances in place now or guidelines for taverns anyway?
No, we really don't, because there's no definition of what a tavern is.
Well, bar, I mean, I think we know, I think we all know what we see.
Yeah, you know one when you see one.
The other question was about the food service part. Does that mean a full-blown restaurant?
No.
Or just
It means
sandwich?
that if you go in, you can purchase something. Right now, there's no requirement for you to carry a bag of potatoes.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, like, it had to be a full-blown restaurant off the menu. or-
Gonna have to be some sort of food, a sandwich or,
Oh, okay, that's, because sandwiches are easier to do than
yeah.
have a full-blown kitchen established.
Well, you can be prepackaged sandwich or something, but it's gonna have to be some sort of food that if I wanna go in and purchase something to eat with my drink, I can do that. Right now, there is no requirement for that.
I was just curious, because I've had a couple of questions after this, I don't want to say blew up, but after that happened. If somebody else wanted to open one, what would be the process? I said, right now, this is a moratorium, I can't find anything to adopt that.
Yeah, and in the future, anybody that serves, no matter what kind of liquor license they get, they're gonna have to have some sort of food. Any other questions on any of that?
Now, and they don't have that in outdoor accessory use, because it just.
They don't have to, but if they do, these are the rules.
Yeah, which is what we kind of enforced on this one anyway.
Yes, ma'am. And so we worked hard on this, and hopefully we were thorough. It took us a while. We did do it within 6 months. I don't think it's going to be totally adopted and passed, but certainly the moratorium we're recommending that we lift it will be lifted within the 6 months. And then we can move forward with.
Well, I want to thank you and the commission members. You obviously put a lot of thought into this, very thorough recommendation.
And it was with the help of your staff also. Everybody cooperated on this one.
The process now is this, in whatever final form we adopt, needs to be incorporated by ordinance.
Amendment of the zoning.
In the zoning ordinance, which would require a public hearing.
Yes. Yeah, and we do have a couple amendments, and we are aware of that. We're going to have a work session and move forward quickly. On Saturday, we have a public meeting to discuss the potential regulation of food trucks here at Town Hall at 9:30 in the morning. And right after that, we're going to have a work session, and we're going to discuss the zoning ordinance amendments that we need to do and how quickly we can move forward with those.
Stacy, let's put this on the April meeting date to begin the evening with the public hearing on this proposed amendment to the zoning ordinance. We can have it in final form by that time.
Yep. And anything else that we need to do that needs to move forward now? There's some that can wait, but we've got a couple of them we want to move forward.
The council have any questions as well?
We need to introduce it before you move to public hearing.
Well, we're going to have it written for you by April. Won't be able to have your public hearing then because it takes the appropriate amount of public notice, but we're going to have that draft for you in April.
You introduce,
We'll have
introduce
the draft for you,
it, introduce in April.
April.
Public hearing, work session in May. Wait, there's 21 days after that.
No. Why can't we have the public hearing in April?
You can have the public hearing in April because you have to introduce it and you have to have due notice for the public hearing. But you don't have to hold the record open after that unless there's some reason to want to hold it. And if you don't have any public outcry, you don't have to hold it. You can have a joint meeting with us, and if there's no reason to hold the public record open, you can make the decision that evening.
Well, will you have it informed that we could introduce it next week? Is that
Yeah.
pushing it a little bit?
No, I'm retired a couple weeks ago. I can do this. I know we better to do, right?
Okay, well, let's introduce it next week, and then we'll have the public hearing in April.
Yeah, but is anyone,
It's actually not difficult to write this up. I mean,
zoning one's a little bit different,
I think-
different from public notice, though. The normal ordinances.
I know, I gotta look at the land use article and,
It's the same publication,
yeah.
the same,
Yeah.
am I correct, Elizabeth?
I am not aware of any changes to the land use article that would alter the process. It's mostly governed by your own, that process
Right.
is mostly
We
governed.
have a sufficient amount of time.
yeah.
So it's okay if we introduce it next week?
That I have to look at your charter to see if there's any problem with any time limit on your introduction, but presumably not. We can do that.
We can talk, all right.
I do have a couple questions. The nuisance laws that we are following is going to be for Calvert County. Is that what you're saying?
We're going to be strengthening our own, but that does not have to happen for this.
'Cause- all right, and then the other thing is, when you talk about food, you're going to have to have a definition of food. I mean, what does that mean? Because up to this point, we've always had not really a clear definition of stuff. So it's interpreted. Well, it depends on what side you are on that outcome. Was it interpreted good way or a bad way? So when we say food, you mentioned a minute ago, a bag of chips would be all right.
No, a bag of chips will not be okay.
Why?
We are going to define. But
Tighten that up.
Well, I want to know
But what we're going to do, we have a couple things that we have to do here. One is we have to amend the zoning ordinance to put in a definition. And two, we have to write up conditions. Some of this stuff is going into the zoning ordinance, some of this stuff is going to be nuisance. There's a number of steps that are going to go into this, but what we're talking about here first is to write up conditions.
Because we have 3 places right now I can name that has alcohol beverages but doesn't have food. So how does that impact them?
That's not, they're going to be grandfathered. And the only way that they would be required to do this would be if they get closed out and have to come back in the future and reopen. So they're grandfathered, but future uses and alcohol licenses will be under this.
If somebody wanted to do like a wine tasting, they don't sell the glass of wine, but they sell the bottle of wine. And here, again, I just want to cross our Ts and dot our Is. I don't want to go through this again and have,
It depends on their alcohol license. If they've got an alcohol license to serve, and we've got it in here, and it's specifically noted that they've got businesses to be required to prevent, it's here. And it's to on-site serve alcohol. A business, a bar, tavern, go in, sit down, serve, that kind of alcohol license, they're gonna serve.
is the word bar and tavern interchangeable?
We're gonna put in the definitions. That's what's going into that, what we're writing up.
Tavern's classier.
Well, whatever.
Well, no, and actually, the alcohol liquor license is different. And most of the places in fact, I think all the places in town are taverns. And the reason is it's a little bit easier to get that, and it's a little bit, I guess, and you have to ask someone who knows more about it.
Well, I'm going to admit it. I'm going to ask somebody.
All right.
Um,
I agree.
Well, now, Celia's here, and she has a wine license.
I have a full-blown license.
You have, oh,
She's
you
a
have a
tavern,
wine.
she's
What
a
does that
license
mean,
for tavern
full
license.
Okay,
I've got the D class, which means I can
D
do
class.
wine, beer, on, off, alcohol, on, off.
Mhm.
Food-wise, requirement, when you say package, you can have packaged food, which is sort of like Boar's
You
Head.
can have it,
cheese.
but you're not required to.
Not required, I'm not, but that would suffice, I guess, with packaged food. But the one thing you might want to look at is places like Wine and Design. You will keep them from ever coming into the town. And there's a lot of businesses that are now going in that sort of spectrum. Hair salons are now,
It depends on what kind of license they have.
well, they have.
Does Wine and Design have a liquor license?
Yes, they do, they have to.
What type? A D
What
like
type?
yours?
They don't, I don't think they have a D, I think they have the wine and beer, just indoors. They can't sell it,
But
go
they're
out.
not selling it, right? Because what they sell
They're
is,
selling glasses of wine inside.
okay, I wasn't sure it was included with the painting, all right, so it's outside of the painting.
Yes.
Well, you do it while you're painting.
Right, but I'm saying there's two separate fees there, there's
Yeah.
one to paint and one to buy
And,
glass
and
of
we
wine.
can examine that and make sure that we're not cutting those, we're not talking about going and having a glass of wine and painting. We're talking about going to a bar and drinking. And there's a difference. And,
But the Wine and Design doesn't have an outdoor menu.
right.
right now, you know, I could see somebody open up a bar and not being outside.
Well,
If I were a
and,
bar-
and actually, the intention that we had here was any establishment, as far as that goes, but not a wine and design place.
Wine and Design doesn't serve food, is that your concern?
Yeah.
No,
Not
they
my
don't.
concern, I love them.
Yeah, they don't serve food at all.
But they're grandfathered.
They're grand.
Well, I
think what you said
What
was about the
what you're
future.
doing is preventing new businesses such as wine design or salons or
Yeah,
bowling out, well, I don't know, movie theaters now are serving alcohol.
Right.
Yeah. We
They have
can,
popcorn.
well, and they have free food, but candy bars.
Candy bars.
We just need to, I just want to make sure there's no unintended consequences down the road where we,
Not only that, but
we don't wanna
just like-
alienate.
Uh, So what's the reasoning for tying alcohol with food? What's
the reason behind
that?
Is because people that go in and drink and realize they've gotten themselves in trouble don't have any way to get food because in these establishments if they don't sell it. And we now have, as it's been pointed out, 3 places where you can go in and you can get yourself drunk and you can't.
So it's like a public safety issue?
Yeah, there's a public health, safety, and welfare issue, quite frankly, and you're looking at somebody who, if she came in there and had 1 glass of wine, would be in big trouble if she didn't get anything to eat. You know, seriously. So, I mean, and I'm not stupid enough to do that, but people, there's some of us that,
But that's also the responsibility of the bar owner. We'll lose our license before you even take it away from us if something like that happens.
well, we understand that, and we understand that there are people that are responsible, but we also understand that there are, people that may open an establishment and might not be responsible, so that's just something that we have to take into account.
Melissa?
I want to suggest that next week maybe overly optimistic in terms of getting an ordinance for introduction because there are, and this does not apply to all of the things on the list, but I have concerns that some of the things you may be preempted from regulating because they are regulated in connection with the grant of the license by the liquor board. I don't know that to be the case. I haven't done the research, but I'm gonna need some time. This is a sensitive area, and I'm gonna need some time to assess whether you can do all of these things and whether you can do them through the zoning or the mechanism of the zoning ordinance particularly.
So you're suggesting that we introduce it to
That would be better.
people? All right, we're taking
Well,
your advice.
that might give me a chance to see some of these liquor license issues too, because I can go and talk to the liquor board.
Okay, we'll introduce it in April, then we'll have the public hearing in May.
yeah, because, and I agree with Celia when she says these things are coming, beauty salons and whatnot as venues.
Well, she's right, and I hadn't thought of that, because once upon a time, I used to get my hair cut in the place in Naples that would offer you that whole thing. You know, those fancy places here, but.
Okay, so review for us, what's happening Saturday morning, Pat?
Saturday morning, we are having a public meeting to take comments on suggested regulation of food trucks from business owners / any stakeholders or other interested parties. And it's from 9 to 10:30 in the morning, right here in Town Hall. And
And that will be
followed by a conversation with the planning commission on amendments that we need to make to the zoning ordinance.
with respect to these proposals here.
These proposals, and there's a number of other things that we need to correct, and as long as we're doing it, we're going to run.
Karen?
Did I say food, did I say food trucks? Never mind.
Food trucks.
That's what happens when you get old and retire.
What was that?
It's a
Yes.
public meeting. but
Public meeting for food
businesses
trucks, yeah.
come and
Businesses and stakeholders and other interested.
And then afterwards, the planning and zoning commission will meet to discuss what we need to do to address some of these issues.
All right, so I think.
Sorry, I had a
Yes,
question.
Jeff.
Are you saying that the zoning ordinance will be presented separately from the nuisance piece? Because that looks like a package to me, that you sort of have to, as a citizen, you want to look at the whole thing. Or are we pushing the nuisance down the road and just looking at the ordinance?
No, what do you mean, as far as the pattern thing?
Right.
No, I mean, it's all gonna, we're gonna figure out all of it, but we need to do the amendment. And that is probably one of the things that takes the longest to do, is when you do an amendment to the zoning ordinance, that's much longer process,
The
because.
nuisance piece is
Yeah.
shorter and smaller.
Yeah, because the town can write an ordinance, or attorney can write an ordinance, and the town council can consider it and pass it fairly quickly, but amendment to the zoning ordinance is something that has to follow state law, which is the land use article, and it's a process. So that's why we're talking about when we have to introduce it and how long it's going to take. So yeah, it's just a number of steps and pieces that we have to do.
I think it's a good point, though. I mean, perhaps we need to vote on both of those things at the same time. You start one early, and then the other one can catch up, but then.
Oh, yeah, well, they can all catch up, but we just need to start, the piece that's gonna be the most complicated one is gonna be the amendment to the zoning ordinance.
Yeah.
And that's where your
The
conditions,
the moratorium is expiring.
the moratorium, you know, that's the other part, is you may want to extend that until such time as, or not.
Well, we're not going to adopt this potentially until May.
And you left it open that the potential for extending it.
I think we should.
Do we want to extend it 3 months next week? That takes us into June.
Yeah, that you can do next week, that's it.
Right, but who's going to be affected by the extension?
You don't have any applications pending. Now, you do have one owner that wants to alter her site plan, and she's being held up by that.
Well, that's good. I mean, we're going right into the hot season, so,
Oh, it's not stopping anybody opening or operating.
all right, so,
What effect is it having?
She wants to expand the amount of customers that can be seen at one time.
The site plan requires that I have 2 parking spaces. I want to move my fence a little bit for good many reasons, but I want to move the fence a little bit, and it will still accommodate. I showed Rick, no, he's not here, Rick and Mark, the plans. It will still accommodate 2 cars. And I'm not sure how that really plays with the moratorium, because it's really just moving a fence.
I don't think that's impacted by the moratorium.
I'm not entirely sure that if she just wants to keep the 2 that she's got and move the fence and not change anything, then we could do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so next week, we extend the
And
moratorium.
that really doesn't change anything.
And why don't we,
It
why don't we
doesn't.
also confirm that that's the case, you know, what we actually passed, and confirm that that wouldn't affect this before we extend it. And we
Yeah.
should kind of know that, and I guess we should know that when we extend this, right, because it is
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Well, I'll come down tomorrow and talk to make sure that everything's okay, and that we don't need to change the site plan to do that, and if so.
I open up at 11, tomorrow morning.
Okay, are we,
Well, one last-
go ahead.
No.
You have it here for 10 o'clock, 7 days a week. Is that something similar to other towns?
That's what we've always done. That actually hasn't changed. And I don't really know about other towns, but I know that every single establishment we got is literally next to somebody's house or 2 houses away from somebody's house. So, yeah.
One thing I was wondering about is, I don't know, sure maybe you probably answered, when we have the movies on the beach, does that go past 10 o'clock?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be in violation of our own ordinance?
Yeah.
Because it says here you're not allowed to do any video or audio or anything on outside, right? So we're going to violate our own ordinance.
Absolutely.
But then at the top, there's special use permits for special events.
Yeah,
So-
that falls under.
I'm just wondering.
You're not, right, you're not actually stuff.
This is not our,
Protect the
this is not our noise ordinance, this is the conditions for, for outside.
Taverns, outside use of taverns or other venues.
Yes,
I don't believe this applies to the municipality.
it does not. Under any
We can do it,
circumstances.
even though it's, nobody else can.
Yeah, it doesn't under any circumstances, but in any case, this is only for taverns and other outdoor uses.
Well, I can apply for a special use permit, see if Stacy turns me down.
A quick question, especially, so you're
No,
telling
because
me,
you email everybody and you start in the middle of the night and we've got stuff.
so you're telling me if somebody applies that 4 times a year, they can apply for a special event, right? So they could actually be allowed to be after 10 o'clock?
No,
Okay. I just want to make sure I misunderstood that.
And,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
other things like that could be, and it's not guaranteed they're gonna get it anyway. It's special events for larger venues.
All right. Well, we have
There's still not
guidelines,
people-
we have guidelines on special event, I mean, or is it going to, right? I mean, we're going to have guidelines that people follow,
Yeah,
so there's no misunderstanding they should apply or not apply.
right.
Okay.
And it's exception to the restrictions period, but it's still gonna be, if appropriate, not found to create a nuisance and,
All right.
I'm glad you're retired.
I haven't found out what it's like yet. So,
Okay, do we have a game plan here? Okay, everyone's in agreement, all right, thank you. Karen, how do you like to work on the planning commission?
Jane?
Okay, item 2, North Beach vacation rentals, Randy?
Yeah, let me pull this up. Okay. We have, some background for folks here. We have roughly a dozen vacation rentals in town. They all had to go through a process. We have one that refuses to. Where they have a special exception, they have a number of concession, or conditions they have to do. One of the conditions is that they have to register with and pay to the county lodging tax. Now, I don't care what the county gets their tax or not, I just want our cut out, which is most of it. It's 5%, we get 4.5 of the 5%. We have roughly, not roughly, exactly, 4 who are non-compliant with the county lodging tax. None have reported, and I can tell you that 3 of them, for one reason or another, I keep an eye on them. 3 of them have people in pretty much from the middle of April to the middle of September, all those costs. One of them is beside me, so I definitely know it has people. We have another one at the end of Second Street who just absolutely refuses. He's, I believe, Kelly, maybe you don't. He's been sent numerous letters from the town to come into compliance. He's refused them. He won't talk to us. So we might have to enforce him a little bit differently. But of the four,
And which end of Second Street?
right behind your house,
Right behind my house?
right behind your house.
Oh, okay.
Because you know what I'm talking about.
I do
You
know.
guys keep in there 6 months out of the year, and they're not all the same people, because one week it's a Missouri license plate, the next week it's a Texas license
Yeah.
plate.
Well, it's in the winter too.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't out as much this winter, but I know last summer.
Mhm.
There's one on, so that's all four. There's one on Ninth, two on Second now, one on Bay, two on Bay, excuse me, and then that one is, anyway, five on Bay. Why this is important is, this is one way to make money from tourism. It's not tied with property tax rate. And we're literally leaving thousands of dollars sitting on the table by not collecting this. You know, and that's just as simple as that. Now, I've been stirring stuff about it for the last few years, and I know that got the county, I think that lit a fire, you told me that kind of lit a fire down in the county about why aren't we getting this, and then Chesapeake Beach is looking at the number that they have over there too. So, my thing is, how do we make these people comply? You know, the one that refuses to talk to us and won't come into compliance, that's a whole nother, that's your job. But the other ones have a special exception with conditions, and they are fulfilling one of the conditions. You know, we go after old guys that have a rusty chain link fence and they can paint it, why can't we go after these guys?
Well,
You know, we
the
will
problem is, it's a county enforcement issue.
Yeah, but they're violating one of the conditions that we set on. And the county's notified them, so they've had notice from the county that they need to come into compliance.
What can we do?
So if it is a condition of their special exception and they are not complying with it, you can revoke their special exception.
And I think, we're just starting now. You know, this is March, by the middle of next month, some of these places have people in them, and the one beside me has people in solid from the middle of April until the middle of September anyway, and sometimes into October.
So, but it takes someone to investigate, to see if in fact the place is occupied, and then to wait. I know you're retired now, maybe we need a volunteer who's willing to.
Well, keep in mind, my volunteering ends in November.
Well, no, you'll still be a citizen.
Well,
Responsible.
I can get you the list of dates that one beside me was occupied last year. I can get that tomorrow.
But if we're going to revoke a license, we need evidence that
Well,
they have failed to pay their lodging
well,
tax.
the county has that evidence, because they've sent us a report that I think Kelly sent out today.
They do send a report.
And
How do we know it's not friends that are just saying they're not paying anything? It's burden of proof here.
well,
Oh, we're going to prove it again, that too.
No, it'll be okay.
The only other thing that we do is, we have special passes we issue to vacation rentals. If they use the beach, we keep track of it. So that's if they're using the beach.
well, that's how we got some of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, to begin with. So,
But that's
It's a tricky enforcement issue.
yeah,
very,
but, you know, well, yes, but, yeah, it's an enforcement issue, but if they're non-compliant,
We can prove it.
It's proving it.
yeah.
You know, do they advertise, right? Do they advertise like on the internet?
They advertise on the internet, they're on vacation rentals by others, and
I mean, is this something we're going, for instance, to give to Rick?
Zoning administrator, I think so, because that's
The
the
other
other,
code enforcement officer.
yeah.
Of all the present employees, it certainly fall under his,
That's a zoning requirement, I mean, you know, like I said, they all went to the Board of Appeals. In fact, there's one this month.
it's very time consuming. What
Oh, I
Randy-
know it is.
Randy's doing, it's very, and we're very small, you guys know how small we are. My only suggestion, I'm just gonna throw it out there, instead of chasing all these down, is maybe you ought to consider setting a monthly fee of what their revenue would be, and charge that monthly a flat rate. whether they rent or not.
As part of their business license?
Yes, if you, as a condition, if you believe their estimated revenue, based on some of the ones we see, that we know are factual, during these months, that it's this amount, and just say they have the opportunity to rent it for 30 days, but we only say 60% is gonna be rented, some kind of flat rate. Because what you're asking is very time-consuming and tedious, and I don't know that we can pull it off on a consistent
And
basis.
then the county isn't that concerned about it, unfortunately.
We have to make the county look at each one, and
I mean, Joanne and I went down there a couple of years ago. It's evident that this is low on their totem pole also. It's a time-consuming enforcement for them.
well, they're getting the big ones, so they're happy.
The hotels.
Yeah, they're getting the
They're getting the
hotels.
big ones, they're happy. They don't have a big hotel. Right.
Well, is it something maybe we can just task Rick with simply just thinking about it a little bit, coming up with maybe a proposal?
Yeah, how do we enforce it?
Since he actually is doing.
Like I said, I think the only way we capture money from tourism now is raising the property tax rate.
Well, that's the only way to get money anyways, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, the whole idea of tourism is to get the money off the property from different sources of property tax and make people that are coming to town for the day, for a couple of days, for a week, pay for it. I mean, you were told about 30 years ago, we were doing that in counties, how do we extract money from poor swaths for the, on the county level?
I mean, think about how many people are engaged in this if we follow each one. Alyssa, Rick, myself, the county, Richard,
Council volunteer.
until November.
Juice worth the
Somebody
squeeze.
else.
I mean, it really gets out of hand.
It's the juice worth the squeeze. I mean, the ones that are going to do it are doing it, because we're looking at 4, right? I think we have one, there's a 5. But there's more doing it than not doing it. I think Rick tasked Rick to come up with a plan, and that's it, because the amount of cost to chase $1,000 down, I mean,
Well, if you look at what we collected in 17, it's $7,000
right,
from the ones that we're reporting.
right. And there's 5 that are not.
And so, and again, like, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are reporting. So let's say 1,000 each. So we're losing out on 5, that puts it at 12. That's a penny on the tax rate. So that's the point.
We're assuming they're getting the same dollar amount,
Yeah.
we're assuming everything, so,
Yeah.
I mean,
This
but,
has a good point.
So that's how I look at it, is if everybody's reporting, depending on the tax rate, which is good for everybody
I
in
mean,
town.
it's not that much, it's $50, you know, for a house, but still, that's, you know.
Well, I think maybe, let's see what ideas Rick might have. We know who they are.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like we have.
one might be gone anyway, if it.
Well, one of this list is gone anyway, Erin West is gone.
Yes,
She's
moved
moved in.
into it.
Yeah, so we have about 10 called now. We have a new one coming online as soon as she has her exception hearing this month sometime.
So we have about 4.
We have four non-reporters that have gone through the process, gone through special exception conditions, and we have one down by your house that is just, and you know who he is, and just absolutely refused to, won't even pick up his thing.
And the one who has the special exception is actually paying the tax, is recorded paying the tax. That's the bulk of the money we received in December.
Which one?
9125.
The one in red on the bottom. They actually paid,
Yeah.
they actually paid the tax,
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's technically not legal yet.
but they paid the tax. So,
She's paid, okay, I don't have that on what I'm looking at, but yeah, so she's paying.
I have a question.
Ron?
Yes, thank you. How does this compare with Airbnb? You know, where people rent out their houses that way.
That's what it is.
Same
That's what
thing.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Basically, it's a little bit different. Doing a vacation rental is easier than doing a bed and breakfast with the state, because of the state regulations for bed and breakfast, you have to be a member of the Bed and Breakfast Association and a bunch of different stuff. But just doing a vacation rental by owner is way easier. I mean, same concept, same concept, except the vacation rentals, B and B, technically the owner has to live on site, the vacation rental they get,
But they still have to report their income
but they still have to report the income.
to the county. And it's a county lodging tax
Yeah.
that they split with town of North Beach. We get 95% of it. They keep a 5% management fee. Does Chesapeake Beach have this issue, or do they?
They don't even,
discuss it?
they don't have a clue how even how many rentals they have, let alone VRBOs.
It's an issue for some. Most people, I believe that it hasn't come to agenda.
It hasn't been critical.
Well, remind me to speak with Rick. I'll be in tomorrow morning.
Rick has ideas about it.
Okay, and he has the list that you have.
I just wanted to say one other thing.
Sure.
Yeah, when I was down in South Carolina, with an Airbnb, there was no owner on the premise at the time.
Okay, Maryland sort of requires that.
No, he's talking about Airbnb, no, the VRBO.
Oh, okay.
It's just another.
Oh, when you said our B&B, I thought you meant one that we stayed at. That was our. Airbnb. Yes, okay, Airbnb.
Yeah, so, I mean, if there was no owner on the premise at the time, we occupied.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Just that he didn't understand you were talking about.
It's a site.
It's the exact same thing. So we've got, some of these people work through Airbnb and work through VRBO.
Okay,
And the people.
we're going to get some ideas from Rick. Okay, item 3, proposed town logo ordinance. We don't have an ordinance to propose tonight, but council members have, I hope, had a chance to review a lot of the reference material that was provided to us by the Maryland Municipal League pertaining to other cities and towns that have been through this, most of which created, either a sign or seal or logo by ordinance. The purpose of the ordinance, and also part of the ordinance would include provisions by which the town could accept application from anyone who, wished to use the ordinance. It gives the town the control over its use, and abuse, for that matter. We have made application through a patent attorney. The application, after 3 months now, has finally been received.
They received it, or it was filed December 5th. So they received it, but then after that, they assigned it to an examiner. And they say that happens within 3 months after filing. So we're kind of at 3 months.
And then after that, actually, another several months after that. It's actually a long span of time.
So there's no rush here, and I'm of the opinion that we should wait and find out if we get that registration, before we go ahead and proceed with any ordinance. But,
Yeah.
but you all have you all had a chance to look at some of the material provided by NML? Yeah. It's very, very helpful. It's indicated to you in the email, we certainly are not inventing the wheel here. So we'll keep the council apprised of when we hear, and at that time, we will craft an ordinance, and then it will be up to the council, what would be incorporated into the ordinance. I'm of the opinion, that it should be available for commercial use to people who make application to the town to use it. That's my, that will be a council decision as part of the ordinance.
We just want to be able to, my mind, just being able to authorize who uses it and kind of maybe even on what.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can write that into the ordinance, or into the regulations. It may apply, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Maybe while we're waiting, we can get some background, maybe some example license agreements, stuff like that, possibly. We have. we're not waiting till then to actually do this, kind of, maybe sort of craft that.
Yeah, Alyssa's gonna begin work on crafting the ordinance. But it looks like it's gonna be a couple months anyway.
I think we go down and we'd be ready to go anytime.
Just to clarify, you're suggesting having a model license agreement ready with, at the time that you adopt an ordinance to license your trademark after the trademark is registered?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. That way we don't have this long, another long waiting period.
And provisions for its commercial usage
Right.
and non-commercial. Okay, the last item here on the work session agenda is an application from Phelps Concessions, who would like to place a, I don't know what to call it, a food truck or not, a trailer, concession trailer. And this picture is not what it's gonna look like, but this is his right now. You have a kind of a memo here. Jeff Phelps from Phelps Concession approached Stacy regarding vending on the waterfront. Jeff Phelps is currently a vendor at the farmer's market, a polar bear sponsor, a Christmas market vendor, and 4th of July vendors, and he has an established presence here in town. Recently purchased a trailer. The inside has been completely remodeled and the outside will have a beach theme. He has taken time to meet with the health department. He is able to set up for 3 days a week without being hooked up to any permanent sewer supply. For example, he can bring the trailer down on Friday and pull it out on Sunday evening. He would like to partner with the town to bring his trailer down on weekends at special events. He is self-contained, does not even need electric. The town commuter lot would be a perfect location for him, giving the beach visitors a second food option for the summer months from May through September. We're talking about that portion of our lot. The lower end? The lower end, right on Bay Avenue, right on Bay Avenue. And he would not be there during the farmer's market, is that? Or
He
would
is
be?
one of my vendors for the farmer's
Yeah, he's one of the
market, so
vendors for the farmer's
he would also be there for the farmer's market.
Okay. Well, Stacy and I felt that the council ought to weigh in on this, on whether we want to give Jeff license, to do this.
Okay, I can't speak for any nights except movie nights, but there's a lot of people that line up and next right now on movie nights.
I think it's the Phelps thing,
Yeah.
after.
Jeff, oh, I'm sorry,
That's
Jeff.
not, that's not.
Jeff-
I'm Jeff Zeb, so any questions I can answer that for you.
Okay, thank you, nice to meet you.
So, I have no problem with it.
I think we need to know more. Well, I think we need to know more tomorrow. I mean, Saturday when we have, it's a food truck. Right? I mean, it might be a different, big size one, but it's still a food truck. And being a brick and mortar business owner, paying taxes here year round, I think we need to think about this. I don't think we need to just move forward with this. I have nothing against Jeff or anybody, but before we leap, we're trying to attract businesses here. If they say, we got a big day on Saturday. Saturday morning's huge. Because, there's guys, there's people out there paying $4,000 a year just in taxes to be here. I know, because they're calling me. And I really think we need to consider this before we start allowing part-time people to come here, pay $50 and get up and leave. And it's no slight to them. I eat that, I go to the farmer's market and all that. But it's bigger than us just saying, hey, it'd be a great idea for our visitors. Well, they're going to come and leave. These business owners are here 12 months out of the year. We need to really, my thought is we really need to think this through before we agree to anything.
Are you still having the trailer on the adjacent lot?
Listen, that's before my time. That's nothing to do with me. If it was my way,
It's a private lot.
well, it's not even about the private lot. That's been there before my time. I'm not a fan of it being there because I think it takes away from the brick and mortars. but there's nothing I can do about that one.
What other brick and mortar do we have to offer for people going to the beach on the weekends?
They can walk up to Mexico, they can walk up to Neptune's, they can walk up to other places. That's my, I'm just, listen, I'm not here to battle, say anything. My point is that we have to take in consideration individuals that are here year round. We just can't automatically say, let's go ahead and bring a food vendor in because the individuals coming to the beach don't want to walk so far. We got to make sure too, we know the impact that's going to be on these local businesses, right? I mean, to me, it makes sense to have a complete look at the big picture before it's moved forward. I'm not saying it won't be agreed upon by everybody else, but I think we need to discuss it. And I think Saturday is going to be a good time to discuss it. And then if it's agreed upon, amen, let's do it. But I don't think too many times we move forward stuff in the back, the unintended consequences can hurt us.
We went through this, and you made that part of your campaign several years ago, Mike.
8 years ago I did.
Yeah, about the food carts on the boardwalk, they weren't even there when the businesses were open. They were only there in the evenings.
Absolutely.
And I can remember you raising holy hell about it, about how they're taking away
Absolutely.
businesses. But none of the businesses in this town were open for that.
Saturday, we can discuss it, and then from there, we can make a decision.
I'm down at the beach, I retired for a lot more than I used to be. And quite honestly, most people that go there, they're looking for something, they don't want to go to Neptune's and pay $25 for
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely right. And
If
it's
you're
Saturday,
coming from, we're advertising, the town's advertising to PG County and other places to come to the beach and spend the out-of-town money. Well, if they've got a pack full of kids and they want a couple burgers, a cheeseburger, steak and cheese, and it's 11 o'clock, well, I don't think Mexico's open at 11, 12 o'clock.
absolutely.
Or they're not going to pack somebody else and walk up all the way to Neptune's.
And that has always been my issue with brick and mortar stores, is they're not really catering and
Absolutely.
convenient to the beach.
They're not convenient, none of them convenient.
And the one that
Absolutely.
is, and I'll give
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Absolutely.
I mean, if it's 8 o'clock at night and they want drinks and,
What is absolutely. And then Saturday, we'll discuss it.
so agree and move on.
Huh?
Agree and move on.
All I think is that a discussion has to be made. It can't just be moved forward.
I'm going to use the Tasty Freeze as an example. They refuse to advertise the movies.
We refuse to advertise for anybody.
Well, yeah, but I don't care about anybody else. I just, because we give the free ads in the movies. They don't even talk about it. And then there are complaints when nobody from the beach comes up. Well, nobody knows. They won't put any pamphlets down at the beach. They won't put any flyers out at the beach. Come in, ice cream cone, come and get some Reese's French fries, whatever.
We support the polar bear plunge.
Can you hold off on having a yay and nay on this for a month or two, so that we can have this meeting with the businesses, with the draft food truck, with the conditions that right now are in draft form for the food trucks?
It would be nice to do something like in April. I mean, obviously he's spending a lot of money on what he's doing.
And I know Jeff, he keeps himself busy, and he's very,
And the biggest hurdle is we've been back and forth to the health department because some new Maryland state laws were passed January 1 with temporary food licensing. And trying to comply with that has been quite a hurdle. But getting through all those, everything's gotten ironed out now. So he's had to spend a lot of money onto this to make it work. So he's ready to move forward.
All I'm saying is, we're meeting Saturday. Why wouldn't we wait at least talk Saturday? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me.
The whole food truck thing is going to be presented on Saturday.
Right.
So that's going to be a number of food trucks that will be
Absolutely.
there at a certain time.
Yeah, I think we should roll this into the discussion on Saturday.
Absolutely.
So what is the Saturday food truck thing? What
9 o'clock.
It's 9:30.
9:30.
No.
9 to 10:30. 9 to 10:30.
9 o'clock here in this room.
Okay.
That's all.
We have a set of draft regulations, more or less, how we plan to address food trucks in town, that we're presenting to the local businesses and anybody, stakeholders, interested parties who want to hear it on Saturday. it's sort of been in draft form where the planning commission's been working on it, tweaking it, and putting things out.
For almost 2 years now.
So,
Almost two.
and like now's the home stretch on it, if that makes sense. So that's what that meeting is, it's gonna get the business feedback then on, this is where we're starting with our ideas for food trucks. What's the business's thoughts on where we're starting? Is there anything that raises red flags, or anything that's a really great idea? Are there things that we didn't account for? So that we can try and get that nailed down, because we do wanna have that in place for the summer season. Is the goal is to try and get that moved in, so, and get it through here and passed for the summer season. So,
So farmer's market starts what, May?
Yes, first Friday of May.
2 months.
March, April, 2 months, yeah.
The meeting's Saturday, it's a discussion, I just can't imagine why we wouldn't wait 2 days. I just,
So I guess after the meeting on Saturday, is that just a discussion on Saturday? And then where does this here go from Saturday?
Planning and zoning will probably tweak some things.
We're going to take the input from the businesses
Okay,
and what we've written up, and the town council will look at it. This has nothing to do with farmers market or vendors for that. It's on days other than.
No, we're.
no,
Friday night.
this will be setting up
Always
Friday
Saturday
night.
Sunday.
They're talking about their proposal, this is not a food truck. Food truck.
yeah, it's a permit, it's a trailer,
It's a trailer.
similar to what Nick has. So,
Yeah.
But ours is permanent. We will pull in Friday night and pull out Sunday
Sunday evening.
evening.
just a discussion, so I hope one.
Okay, we'll just, yeah. The planning commission we'll see that you get a timely response.
Great, thank you very much.
Right?
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, I like the idea of having food where the people are.
That'll change for you guys.
Grandfather lived as far as Jones and everybody else?
look, he's connected to utilities. And
So it's a
You can't, you can't have a beach, the traffic that we have, and not have someplace where people get to eat.
And then tacos or scallops or.
I was just like,
Let a business go bankrupt, let a business go out of business, we have a vacancy problem, then the tune will change. We have to just take this into consideration, is all I'm asking.
Mike, we've been taking this into consideration for 30 years, waiting for these businesses to
It's not about waiting for
and
business.
cater.
It's not about waiting for
Cater the
business.
beachfront.
It's communication, it's just presenting to them on Saturday, that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
Well, that one is connected to utilities. Okay, so it's not a food truck.
semi-permanent structure.
Exactly. So it sort of falls into a different
All right, so we'll single.
Let me give you all an update. You know that the Library Board of Trustees made a decision Tuesday to award the site for the new Twin Beach Library to the town of North Beach. I notified you on Tuesday. Subsequent to that, I got a nice congratulatory email from the mayor of Chesapeake Beach. And then it was brought to my attention that he is alleging that the process was not fair and was tainted. Yes. Because North Beach changed our position in the fall when it became apparent that we were probably never going to acquire the property that we had proposed. The property that we proposed being the primary site, the site that had been recommended by all the consultants who had come to town. That's why we picked that site, thinking that these people might sell if we offered reasonable prices. But it did not turn out that way. So our default position, if we were going to have a proposal at all, had to be on property that was already owned by the town of North Beach. Hence, we made a second proposal on the lot that we call a commuter lot here on Fifth, close to Chesapeake Avenue. That was submitted, that was shared with Chesapeake Beach. They knew that we had revised our proposal. Anyway, at the end of the day today, I received an email from Carrie Kleinmeyer, the director of the library, which I'd like to share with you. Greetings. And this is sent to the commissioners, to Mayor Mahoney, to myself, to Holly Wall, who was the town manager, administrator for Chesapeake Beach, and Terry Shannon, who is the administrator for Calvert County. This is from Carrie Kleinmeyer. In response to a request from Dan Zhao. You all know who she is?
Yeah.
She's the writer for the report. She's been calling me every day this week. Greetings, FYI. I sent the below information to Dan Zhao at the recorder in response to Mayor Mahoney's assertion that the site selection process was tainted. Hi, Dan. Below is the email that was sent to both town mayors on December 18th describing the change to the site selection process and the alternate site that North Beach proposed. If Chesapeake Beach had serious concerns about the process, the time to bring that up was between December 18th, when they were informed, and February 1st, when proposals were due. Not only were no complaints lodged, but Chesapeake Beach participated in the process fully. They submitted a proposal on February 1st. They were aware that a vote would be taken by the board on February 13th, and the commissioners would consider the recommendation on February 27th, day before yesterday. No complaints were lodged until after the decision was made. The Board of Library Trustees considered the process to be transparent and fair. That was her response to me. This will probably be in the paper tomorrow. And I don't know that this is the end of it. I don't know to what lengths Chesapeake Beach will go to what the intent of the library board. But that's where it is right now.
If I remember when we met with them on site, we kind of gave them the choice of 3 sites. I mean, you know.
Anyway, she talked to me and I said, it's probably being headlines tomorrow, sour grapes is what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Pat? Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how it plays out. I am not concerned.
They have an alternate site also.
The email was make your best proposal. Carrie, they were fully aware that we had sent an alternate proposal, and in fairness, which was the right thing to do, they said North Beach has sent another proposal. So we're going to give you until February 1st for both towns to submit their best and final proposal. Chesapeake Beach submitted the same proposal that they had submitted initially. So it's unfortunate, but it's my belief that we have done nothing wrong. The library board did deal with it fairly, and I would be very surprised if the commissioners would change their mind on it. So I think for all practical purposes, the award will stand. But it's going to be in the paper, so I just make you aware of it. Okay, any questions before we adjourn the work session? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.